Liam's cold, composed face was flushed, his eyes glazed with moisture. A fluffy little tail peeked out from behind him. Holy shit, why did that look kinda adorable? I suddenly wanted to pet him. Noticing my stare, Liam narrowed his eyes, his voice hoarse. Keep your eyes to yourself. Oh, playing the chaste martyr now? Tell me to control myself? Watch me do the exact opposite. We're in an ABO world now. You think I'm scared of you? Not only will I stare, I'm gonna get handsy too. With a mischievous grin, I reached for his bunny ears. Who would have thought our Ice Prince school heartthrob became a rabbit hybrid? Damn, that scent's intense. Let me take a whiff. The velvety ears twitched under my palm, soft and warm, combined with Liam's current expression. Flushed cheeks, parted lips, he looked unexpectedly docile. The air carried an expensive red wine aroma. My nose wrinkled. Bullshit. How come you get this badass wine scent as an omega? Shouldn't you smell like cotton candy or something cutesy? Liam gave me a peculiar look. You're describing yourself. Me? He breathed raggedly, a retaliatory smirk curling his lips as he enunciated slowly. Your scent. It's strawberry milk candy. The cheap convenience store kind. A milk candy alpha? Me? I scanned the cramped cave desperately before accepting this cruel reality. Humiliation burned through me, mingling with the pheromones stoking my primal urges. My gaze dropped lower. Oh fuck. Something downstairs was wide awake now. Liam followed my line of sight. Me? Quick ABO refresher, how do we resolve ruts again? Temporary marking or permanent bonding? My teeth grazed my lower lip as I visually mapped Liam's throat. Where to bite? The scent gland? Collarbone? Adam's apple? Don't even think about it. Liam warned coldly. I waved dismissively. Relax. It's just a little nip. Consider it an enthusiastic mosquito bite. When he still resisted, I easily pinned him using alpha strength. My mouth closed over his scent gland. The cave filled with his choked gasp. The closer I got, the more intoxicating the red wine scent became. Nearly losing my mind, I kept kissing the person beneath me on pure instinct. The next moment, Liam kicked me off the bed. His lips pressed into a thin line as he spat coldly. Evan, have you lost your damn mind? All traces of blush had vanished from his face, leaving only that detached Ice Prince demeanor. Meanwhile, my own burning discomfort hadn't subsided at all. If anything, the heat between my legs grew more unbearable. Why the hell was I still suffering like this after marking him? Using my last shred of rationality, I choked out, why does it still hurt so bad? Liam snorted. Good, you deserve it. Temporary marks work for my heat cycles. You? Either find suppressants or screw an omega. I stared blankly. We were in the middle of nowhere, no suppressants here. Screw someone? Like him? He'd castrate me before I unzipped my pants. The mountain breeze diluted our mingled pheromones as Liam dragged me by the collar toward civilization. My eyes drifted to the bite marks on his pale neck, shockingly vivid against his porcelain skin. I shamefully licked my lips. Christ, I'm supposed to be straight. This damn ABO world's turning me into some horny animal. Liam navigated us to a clinic using his phone's GPS. My own bank app showed a pitiful $0. 18 balance while his displayed 6 figures. Even in alternate universes, life's unfair. That night, I shamelessly trailed him to his penthouse. Come on, Liam. Hometown solidarity? He didn't protest my invasion. Despite the suppressants, restless energy thrummed through me. When Liam came to call me for dinner, his nose wrinkled. Control your pheromones, Evan. I'm trying. I inched closer, desperation overriding pride. Let me sleep in your room tonight? His rabbit ears twitched. No. But I'm dying here. I whined, too far gone to care about dignity. Are you seriously begging? Maybe. He walked away without answering. The scent of his herbal shampoo lingered, mocking my suffering. Damn suppressants. Damn heats. Damn this pretty bastard making my body betray itself. I didn't care when he'd bring it up again. After showering, I flopped onto his bed. Liam walked in, pausing mid-step as if exasperated by my audacity. I declared shamelessly, I gave you an emergency mark. Return the favor, help me out now. Reluctantly, he allowed my clingy behavior, hugging, cuddling under the weight of my emotional blackmail. By midnight, his scent kept me wide awake. Liam, you smell incredible. Liam, your lips look so kissable. Liam, are you cold? I've got something warm to share. He gritted his teeth. Evan, don't push your luck. To prevent me from harassing him daily, Liam assigned me a job. Among his countless enterprises, he chose the office across the street, signing a $5,000 per month contract. I strutted to work, only to face harassment on day one. You look delicious, leered a muscular man blocking my path, licking his lips obscenely. I froze. Seriously? Men get sexually harassed now? I'm an alpha. I protested. He raked his gaze over me. Could have fooled me. Alfalfa works too. I'm flexible. Reeking of rancid cumin, he lunged. Back off. This won't end well. My panicked scent, cotton candy, mixed with his stench. Holy shit. Is that BO or your pheromones? Get lost. He inhaled deeply. Inviting me closer? When he puckered for a kiss, I decked him twice. Screw you. I'm nobody's plaything. Rubbing his split lip, he groaned pleasurably. Harder. Sweetheart. Damn violence turned him on. Desperate, I invoked Liam. The CO's my mate. He snorted. If you're Johnson's Omega, I'm his daddy. I've worked here 3 years. COs don't date receptionists. Classic delusional antagonist script. I groaned internally. Was this karma for how I'd pestered Liam? Even so, shouldn't you be assigned to manage a few companies? You wouldn't spread rumors just because this is a branch office and Liam doesn't come often, would you? Damn it. What's wrong with being a receptionist? Did the front desk offend you? Liam actually wanted to put me in charge of several subsidiaries. But why should I agree? Does getting up at dawn every day to sign documents sound fun? Being a receptionist who slacks off while earning 50 grand monthly? Now that's the life. I pulled out this morning's signed contract. I make 5 figures monthly. Have you seen any ordinary employee pulling 50K without connections? He leaned in, sneering. Fake. If you get 50,000, I make 6 figures. Me. Arguing with this brain-dead side character was pointless. I called Liam, but his secretary Rose answered, saying he was in a meeting. I deadpanned. Then tell him if he doesn't come soon. His hometown buddy's about to get violated at the branch office. I kicked away the creep hovering nearby. Get lost. Don't you have work? Whole morning doing nothing but thinking with your dick. By the time Liam arrived, the pervert had already torn off my blazer. I'd fought back, but he overpowered me. Punching him did nothing. The more I hit, the more he moaned about it, feeling good. Lying defeated, I met Liam's gaze with teary eyes. Help. Liam's expression turned glacial as he yanked the man off me. The hormone-driven idiot didn't back down even seeing Liam. Damn. Feisty Omega. I like. He turned dismissively. You played hard to get too much. I want him now. Me, K. Like wanting means getting. As the creep focused entirely on Liam. Love dominant Omegas. Come on. Ravage me. Liam's slap cracked across his face before I could warn. Don't hit. Too late. The musclehead moaned. Ah, so good. Soft Omega hands. Liam. Instead of stopping, Liam kept slapping each time the creep praised it. 20 strikes later, the pervert's face resembled swollen pork, drooling and wailing. No more. Not good anymore. I averted my eyes. Liam's large hands with prominent veins clearly packed power. Calling them soft proved the idiot's blindness. Between the screams, I idly wondered, those strong palms spanking someone's ass would probably hurt like hell. Wait, what am I thinking? Shit, it's only my second day in this world and I'm already getting corrupted? Liam turned to me with dangerous calm. You want some too? I shook my head frantically. Then grab your things. We'll continue tonight. Continue? Continue how exactly? I hesitated, and Liam noticed. He let out a cold laugh, his voice crisp yet chilling. Evan, do you realize Omegas can mutate into alphas? You wanted to do the deed, didn't you? Let's try it tonight. Run, and I'll shatter your legs before cuffing you to the bed. I gaped. What the hell happened to Liam since this morning? Since when did mutation theories enter his vocabulary? Memories of last night's impulsive temporary marking and today's creep's harassment churned my gut. Was he serious? We'd always been rivals, bickering daily at school, sometimes trading blows. Yet he'd maintained that infuriating indifference, leaving me perpetually riled. Except yesterday, when I'd exploited my alpha status to mark him. Otherwise, he dominated every clash. I stole a glance at his stony profile, forcing a placating grin. Liam, come on. It was one slip-up. You wouldn't actually, fuck me over this, right? We're both dudes here. This is ridiculous. His lips curled mockingly. Gender mattered less when you were harassing me last night. Damn right. I'd been too busy venting to consider consequences. Regret flooded me, but pride stiffened my spine as we entered corporate headquarters. Employees' stares prickled my skin, particularly one venomous glare. The source was a delicate, rabbit-eyed youth clutching files. His malice vanished when our eyes met, replaced by faux innocence as he approached Liam. Mr. Johnson, the board's waiting. Is this the provincial acquaintance from your call? He seems rather common. Low-tier psychic resonance too. You should distance yourself from such. Liam's voice frosted over. Rose, you're overstepping. Hell yes. Serve that green tea bitch right. Who did he think he was? Meddling in our weight. What exactly was our relationship? Endless arguments? Since when did Liam defend me? As whispers died under Liam's glare, I trailed him to his office. He yanked his tie loose, irritation flashing. Rest in the inner suite. I blinked. Dragging me here just to nap? When I hesitated, he massaged his temples. You barely slept last night. I fidgeted. Since when do you care? Please don't say you're thirsting for me. I'm still straight. Dude. His mouth flattened. You're distracting me from work. Oh, right. Disappointment? Since when? Liam studied me, smirk resurfacing. Mister. Embrace the grindless life questioning free downtime? Or? His gaze darkened. Would you prefer we explore alternatives here? I bolted out of there. Liam, that bastard, still had the same venomous tongue as ever. I hated how easily he could manipulate me. Damn it. Pushing open the hidden door revealed a king-sized bed and floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city's neon-lit streets below. Perfect for some window fun. No. What the hell was I thinking? I smacked my head a couple of times, trying to shake out the dirty thoughts along with the water. Overdid it. The room spun as I face planted onto the mattress, ass sticking up in the air. Liam walked in carrying snacks and fruits he'd prepared for me. He froze at the sight. Seems you're really eager to get physical. I hastily covered my butt. And no, just lost my balance. Got an inhibitor shot yesterday. Won't go into heat that fast. He massaged his temples. Maybe rein in that suffocating pheromone cloud first before lying? Not like I'm doing it on purpose. I don't know how. Liam set down the tray and approached. His cool finger tapped my forehead. Control it with this. His hand slid down to grip my dick. Not with this. I jerked back instinctively, only to yelp when he tightened his hold. Liam released me impassively. Next time it gets hard around me, I'm cutting it off. His threat worked wonders. I mastered pheromone control faster than a SpaceX launch. Living under his roof and eating his food, I reluctantly stopped treating him like a rival. That night he threatened to deal with me, ended with him working overtime till midnight. We crashed in the office. His occasional pheromone whiffs still oddly alluring despite his claims about omegas potentially turning alphas. Boredom led Liam to assign me office work. We'd sit facing each other at computers, weirdly harmonious. After wrapping up early from international meetings today, he tossed me car keys. Change clothes. Dinner's on me. I lounged in the back seat giggling at memes when Liam snapped. Evan, front seat next time. Why? Hurt your fragile ego having me ride shotgun like a chauffeur? No. Your cackling's giving me migraines. Easier to slap you from the passenger seat. Dinner plans got derailed by Liam's sudden rut. Pushing open his bedroom door, I was hit by intoxicating bourbon notes. He lay drenched in sweat against headboard, pale lips contrasting flushed cheeks. The trembling rabbit ears peeking through his dark hair nearly broke me. Need a temporary mark? I ventured. Those lust-darkened eyes locked onto me. His trembling hand reached out. I always felt something was different about Liam compared to his last rut. Last time he'd been a soft little bunny, but now he resembled a lone wolf brimming with aggression. Liam suppressed his ragged breathing as he dropped the bombshell. The temporary mark didn't work. I've mutated into an alpha. My eyes widened in shock as I instinctively covered my ass. Wait. Hold on. I can't help you with this. I'll go buy suppressants. Just hang tight a bit longer. Desperation crept into my voice. If it's unbearable, you could always, use your hand for now? Liam's low chuckle vibrated through the room. His crimson, rimmed eyes locked onto me as he rasped. Evan, don't you think it's a bit late to run now? Before I could process his words, his scorching body pinned me to the bed. The heat radiating from him threatened to combust my entire being. I pushed against his chest. Liam, get a grip. We're both men. Both alphas. This could never work between us. His response came as a velvet murmur against my ear. With you, I gladly accept any outcome. My blood ran cold. The rut had clearly fried his brain. Anyone overhearing would think he'd carried some secret torch for me for years. Scrambling across the bedsheets like a crab, I made a break for freedom. His iron grip around my waist yanked me back. Where's that arrogance from when you pinned me down earlier? His hot breath ghosted over my neck. They say even alpha pairs can form knots. Should we test that theory tonight? Tears pricked my eyes as I realized the terrifying truth. His mutated alpha strength left me completely helpless. His lips brushed my nape. Baby, front or back? Or, the heated promise in his voice made my stomach flip. Shall we try both? Every fiber of my being rebelled. I thrashed like a fish on dry land, but his burning hardness pressed insistently against my lower back. Hot tears spilled over. I wasn't ready for this. Wasn't prepared to embrace this queerness. Yet, as his pheromones enveloped us, an alarming heat began coiling in my gut. Liam stilled, nostrils flaring as he detected my shifting scent. His kiss against my jawline tasted like salvation. So sweet, he murmured, and to my horror, my traitorous body arched into his touch. The revolted nausea I'd expected never came. Instead, his mouth became an oasis in my personal desert. My resistance crumbled, replaced by terrifying curiosity. Through sheer willpower, Liam wrenched himself away. His trembling body glistened with sweat, veins bulging at his temples. That final kiss landed chastely on my forehead. Evan, he vowed hoarsely, I'll wait until you truly want this. I fled to the pharmacy on shaking legs. The clerk eyed my purchases. Might I suggest communicating with your partner? Long-term suppressant use isn't advisable. I bought extra anyway, better safe than witnessing Liam's primal side again. Returning home, I found him unconscious. My hands trembled as I administered the injection. Then, with grim resignation, jabbed myself too. The bitter truth stared back. Liam's pheromones had jump-started my own rut. Brushing hair from his ashen face, an unexpected pang struck my chest. He'd had the power to take what he wanted, just as I'd forced my mark on him initially. Having endured ruts bone-deep agony myself, I understood the Herculean restraint he'd shown. Could it be? Did he actually care for me? Due to the delayed inhibitor injection, Liam's condition didn't fully improve. He developed a low-grade fever. The company wouldn't halt operations just because he was sick. He still had to process documents and attend meetings daily. Feeling guilty, I tried my best to assist him. Liam watched my efforts, his eyes crinkling with amusement. Evan, you don't need to feel guilty, he said. What happened that night was my fault. I forced you. I glared. Shut up. My mind was already a tangled mess without his constant reminders. He took a sip of water, lips glistening faintly. Those lips, they looked so kissable. I quickly averted my gaze and pretended to walk away calmly. Behind me, his low chuckle echoed. This was infuriating. Even without Liam's pheromones affecting me now, I kept getting aroused. Randomly. Anywhere. Grimacing, I avoided him altogether, partly out of frustration with his ambiguous attitude. During his third rut, I deliberately withheld the inhibitor. Instead of getting angry, he just gazed at me with exasperated fondness. I smirked, waving 2 vials. Did you lose this golden inhibitor, or this silver one? Liam, I lost you. The inhibitor. Me? Stop making everything sound dirty. We've been at this all chapter. Damn ABO dynamics, everything's either a rut or the prelude to one. Seeing my irritation, Liam covered his mouth to stifle laughter. Don't be mad, Evan. I don't want to fight you. I retorted without thinking. What about fighting in bed? His restraint shattered, laughter spilling out. Yes, I immediately wanted to slap myself. Why can't I stop taking the bait? Liam's rabbit ears twitched as he adopted a pitiful expression. Evan, will you be with me? Caught off guard by his directness, I froze. Though I'd sensed our mutual feelings shifting lately, facing it head-on left me speechless. Abandoning his usual aloofness, Liam pressed his fluffy ears into my palm. Baby, don't you love soft things? I'm soft now too. Holy shit, the contrast cuteness is lethal. Gritting my teeth, I surrendered. Screw it. So I like a guy? Big deal. Clearing my throat, I muttered. Fine, but I'm topping. Liam paused, then grinned. Deal. The next morning, I clutched my aching back, cursing. That bastard had kept me up all night. You said I could be on top. I hissed. And you were. He replied innocently. You were on top of the bedsheets. Bastard and his loopholes. After a half-day recovery, I dragged myself to his company, radiating resentment. Secretary Rose took one whiff of Liam's clinging scent on me, paled, and fled in tears. I was baffled. What? Can't handle it now? You didn't even see what he did to me last night. Unlike my exhaustion, Liam looked completely refreshed after attending over a dozen meetings back-to-back. He murmured, Baby, wait for me. I'll wrap up these urgent matters and take you on our honeymoon. I pouted. Honeymoon? We're not even legally married yet. Liam pressed his lips to my ear. We'll fix that right after this. I booked our marriage registration this morning. The marriage certificate in this ABO world looked identical to real-world documents. Yet holding the freshly stamped paper declaring Evan and Liam as spouses still felt surreal. Mere months ago, we'd been at each other's throats, fighting in campus hallways, sabotaging each other's presentations. Now we shared bedsheets and whispered, I love yous between kisses. When I asked when he first developed feelings, Liam dodged the question, but I sensed his carefully calculated moves, like how he'd materialize bunny ears at dusk to distract me. Trying to resist was pointless. Despite online rumors about rabbit hybrids' limitations, Liam could literally reach my stomach. Was he some mutant breed? My thoughts scattered as his pheromones overwhelmed me. I nipped his shoulder with a goofy grin. Dude, you smell amazing. Liam's ears twitched in exasperation. After weeks of newlywed bliss, I awoke to familiar dorm room curtains. My sudden movement rustled bedding across the room. Relief flooded me seeing Liam's sleepy face peer back. We returned? Without answering, he vaulted from his bed to mine. Outside, moonlight still shone. Our phones showed mere hours had passed since we'd first opened that cursed ABO novel. The same title glowing on Liam's lock screen. Maybe we just read the same story and had parallel dreams? I suggested. Liam silenced me with a bite to my lower lip, identical to countless ABO world kisses. Still think it's fake? He produced 2 crimson marriage certificates from his hoodie. How? I gasped. No clue. He yawned, pulling me into an embrace. They were just there, sniffing for non-existent wine-scented pheromones. I whispered, without the chemical bond, will you still? Liam nuzzled closer, lips grazing mine. You taste sweet, baby. His voice melted into sleepiness. My strawberry milk candy. Epilogue. Liam's POV. Liam and Evan grew up as childhood friends. They shared everything: toys, secrets, even pants during summer camp mishaps. But as teens, Evan's chaotic energy clashed with Liam's disciplined nature. Where Evan skateboarded through school halls, Liam chaired debate teams. Yet Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Johnson often lamented over tea. Why can't our sons get along like before? The mothers never noticed Liam's locked journal filled with pressed wildflowers from every path Evan had wandered, nor the way he'd memorized Evan's class schedule. Years later, when Evan joked about maybe getting married if we're both single at 30, Liam began discreetly researching marriage license requirements. That cursed ABO novel? Merely convenient scaffolding for his decade-long blueprint. Do you think Evan might go down the wrong path later? Mrs. Johnson overheard the question. Little Liam already carried himself with calm composure as he answered, Don't worry, Auntie. I'll look after my brother. He won't stray. True to his word, Liam began dragging Evan back from mischief, forcing him to study. Evan rebelled, sparking frequent fights between them. Yet as Evan's grades improved and knowledge took root, he gradually grew to love learning. When Liam finally stopped monitoring him daily, an unexpected emptiness crept in. More mature than his peers, Liam noticed his differences early. While classmates' crude discussions about porn left him cold, he found himself inexplicably drawn to the flush tips of Evan's ears during biology lectures. Research confirmed what he'd suspected: he was gay. To protect their friendship, Liam began distancing himself. Evan couldn't comprehend why his lifelong companion suddenly insisted on boundaries between guys. He retaliated with petty schemes, telling Mrs. Johnson lies about Liam's fictional school romances. Their awkward dance continued for years. When graduation finally gave Liam the courage to confess, Evan's bitter "keep playing the ice prince. I've got plenty of other friends" shattered his resolve. The ABO world shift changed everything. Trapped in heat cycles as an Omega, Liam secretly thrilled at Evan's sudden closeness despite knowing it stemmed from resentment rather than affection. He maintained cold resistance even as Evan clung to him through the night, terrified of crossing lines. But seeing Evan half-dressed after office harassment ignited primal fury. No one would touch what he cherished from afar. From then on, Liam kept Evan within arm's reach, even during sleep. In this strange world, their fractured bond found unexpected harmony through constant proximity. Until he entered his rut again. We're already in an ABO universe. You think I'm scared of you? Before Liam evolved into an alpha, he never imagined an alpha's rut could so completely override rationality. Had he known, he would have stocked up on suppressants beforehand. That day, though he'd managed to stop himself in the end, he'd undoubtedly frightened Evan. Guilt gnawed at him, yet Evan's demeanor toward him seemed different now. Liam replayed these past few months, his own poorly concealed infatuation, and groaned. Had he been that obvious? Did Evan finally notice? He braced for rejection, but days passed without any sign of disgust. Emboldened, he seized his next rut to confess outright. Evan froze momentarily before responding with trembling sincerity. Liam, now addicted to this validation, pushed boundaries until they suddenly transmigrated back. Evan's first thought? Without pheromones. Would this love last? Then he snorted. The boy he'd craved since childhood? Unthinkable to let go. Wait, was Evan reading his old diaries? Liam, you absolute lunatic. Evan shrieked. 5 years? You liked me for 5 damn years and went with cold shoulder as your strategy? I'm telling your mom about your emotional terrorism. Liam lunged to placate him. Sweetheart, you're supposed to be a delicate strawberry shortcake. Screaming ruins the aesthetic. Strawberry grenade now. Evan brandished the diary. Prepare for vengeance.